World War II has inspired countless movies, but few have captured both the chaos of battle and the heart of human courage like Saving Private Ryan. Before we even reach the beaches of Normandy, the movie sets the stage with tension, loss, and the weight of war on soldiers' lives. When the action finally erupts on Omaha Beach, it's unforgettable. Waves crashing, bullets flying, and men fighting for every inch of sand. It's intense, it's shocking, and it changed the way war movies were made forever. But behind that gripping story is an even more powerful reality. A story of real soldiers, real families, and a nation learning the hard lessons of war. Today we're diving into the story behind the story of Saving Private Ryan. The events, the heroes, and the history that inspired one of the most iconic movies of all time. Hi, this is Colin from the History Pilgrim. I hope you enjoy these stories which inspired the movie Saving Private Ryan. On June 6, 1944, the Allied forces, which included British, American, and Canadian troops, along with smaller numbers of Norwegian, Belgian, Free French, and Irish soldiers, launched the liberation of Nazi-held France. To this day, it remains the largest military operation in human history, involving over 155,000 troops, thousands of ships and aircraft, and more than 4,000 Allied deaths on the first day alone. The opening 20 minutes of Saving Private Ryan focus on Omaha Beach, widely regarded as the most heavily defended and deadly of the 5 landing zones. Filmmakers painstakingly recreated the terrain on a beach in Ireland to capture the brutal reality of that day. Today, Americans visiting Normandy pay their respects at Col-sur-Mer, which overlooks Omaha Beach, where white crosses mark Christian soldiers and Stars of David honor Jewish troops, the very men who fought and died there. The Normandy invasion was critical. It marked the beginning of Allied liberation of Western Europe from Nazi occupation. The Germans had heavily fortified the coast, confident that the Atlantic Wall could stop any invasion. The Allies initially planned to land at Pas de Calais, closer to England, but intelligence reports convinced planners to attack the less fortified region of Normandy instead. The 5 beaches were codenamed Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juneau, and Sword. To confuse the Germans, the Allies used inflatable tanks, dummy landing craft, and even fake radio broadcasts, creating the illusion of the landing occurring at Pas de Calais. One of the strangest facts about D-Day is that 4 of the 5 beach code names appeared in the New York Times crossword puzzle just a week before the invasion. Omaha, Utah, Juneau, and Sword made an appearance, raising questions that remain unanswered to this day. The central theme of Saving Private Ryan, rescuing a man whose brothers were all killed in combat, was inspired by the real-life story of the Sullivan brothers from Waterloo, Iowa. Known as the Fighting Sullivans, the 5 brothers, George, Francis, Joseph, Madison, and Albert, enlisted in the U.S. Navy during World War II. Bound by a strong sense of patriotic duty, they insisted on serving together, unaware of the risks this decision would entail. The brothers were assigned the USS Juneau, which was actively engaged in the Pacific theater against Japan. Serving together on the same ship would have catastrophic consequences on November 13, 1942. During a naval battle, the USS Juneau was struck by a torpedo from a Japanese submarine. All 5 of the brothers were killed. The tragedy was made worse by the Navy initially withholding the full details to prevent devastating morale on the home front. Eventually, the news became public, shocking the nation. The story inspired the 1944 movie, The Fighting Sullivans. The loss of the Sullivan brothers led to the U.S. Navy to implement a new policy. Brothers could no longer serve on the same ships anymore. Known as the Sullivan Act, this rule was designed to prevent a single family from being wiped out in combat. Beyond policy, the story of the Fighting Sullivans left a deep mark on American culture. This story provided the emotional foundation for Saving Private Ryan, where the final surviving brother is ordered to return home from the battlefield in France. In Waterloo, Iowa, the hometown of the Sullivans, the Sullivan Brothers Iowa Veterans Museum honors not only the 5 brothers, but all Iowa men who served in World War II. The story of the Fighting Sullivans is ultimately one of courage, family loyalty, and the devastating cost of war. Their sacrifice not only changed U.S. military policy regarding families serving together in combat, but also left a lasting mark on American culture. It is this real-life tragedy and heroism that gave Saving Private Ryan its emotional core. The film's story of a soldier sent to bring home the last surviving brother is more than fiction. It echoes the heartache and heroism of the Sullivans and countless families like them. When we watch the chaos of Omaha Beach unfold on screen, we're not just witnessing dramatized battle, we're glimpsing the human reality that inspired it. In the end, Saving Private Ryan is a tribute not just to the soldiers who fought on D-Day, but to the families who bore the cost of their service. The bravery, the loss, and the bonds of brotherhood that drive the story remind us that behind every story of war, there are real lives, real sacrifices, and real heroes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for more history videos. Sincerely, the History Pilgrim.